Welcome back to another season preview on SJHL.ca. My name is Jeromy Corrigan, the new media manager for the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, and this season preview is presented by the Saskatchewan Construction Safety Association. And today we are pleased to be joined by the head coach and general manager of the Yorkton Terriers Mat Hehr. Matt, thank you so much for taking some time to join us today. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Thanks for having me on. We're just getting busy. We have camp starting in about 3 hours today. So it's exciting times around the rink.
It's a busy time for all 12 of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League teams as you guys get ready for this upcoming season. But before we get to talking about this season, let's talk a little bit about last year. The Yorkton Terriers finishing 6th in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League standings. But then you go into the playoffs and you upset the Melfort Mustangs in the first round in 7 games, and then a tough loss in the second round. But when you look back at last season for your Yorkton Terriers Hockey Club, Matt, what do you kind of take away from last year?
Yeah, I thought it was, a great learning experience for the guys coming back this season. Kind of before the season, I thought everyone had written us off and no one really knew what to expect, especially coming out of that COVID year. So the way, the guys really battled together all year, we started out, definitely, I think 6 or 7 games below 500. So it was kind of a battle to get back in, playoff standings. And, I was really proud of the way the guys worked all season. And we were able to finish 6th, and I'm a firm believer that once you get into playoffs, anything can happen. And us and Melfort went right to the bitter end. I think we scored the game-winning goal with like 4 minutes left in Game 7. So that series could have went either way. It was lots of momentum swings, but it was a great experience. I think for the guys coming back this year that we can really lean on, and hopefully they can show the younger guys the way this season.
And that's what you have to love about the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League is as long as you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. Now, as you guys get ready for this upcoming season, you lost some players due to graduation this past year. How was the off season for you as general manager of this hockey club and making some additions to try and fill the voids of the roster spots that you lost over the off season?
Yeah, how junior hockey works. You lose some guys that you're not expecting as well, which we did. So it was definitely a busier off season than we first expected. But I was really happy with the guys that we did bring in. We have a handful of 04 forwards that are coming in, and a couple 04D and 03D that are coming in to kind of fill the voids. I think they're top notch players that are coming in. So. I'm sure every GM will say that about the guys that they're bringing in, but I'm a big believer in our recruiting class this season. So I'm excited to see them get on the ice tonight and really kick off exhibition and hopefully grow some chemistry between all the new faces that we have.
Now, you mentioned the new faces. Maybe who are some players that you guys as an organization are really excited about that maybe SJHL fans across the league should be paying close attention to this year?
Yeah, I could name them all, but I'll just be quick. I think Jackson McDonald, he's from St. Albert, Alberta, played Fort Sask AAA last year. He's going to make some noise early on. Same with Dylan Ruptash and Brett Butts. They played for SSAC in Edmonton AAA. We have a 17-year-old in Pavel McKenzie, an 05 who played in Tisdale last year, who I think he can put up points this season, especially as an underager. So we're excited to see those guys up front. And then, on the back end, we have Dalton Mays. He played for Gilmore Academy down in the States. He's from Alaska. So he's, we're expecting him to step in. We obviously lost Tyson Jansen and Tanner Skleruk last year, which were big pieces of our D-core. So we're hoping that he can step in and fill the void. And we brought in Cade Van Brabrand as well from Fort Saskatchewan, teammates of Jackson McDonald. So we're hoping those two guys can step in and fill the void of the 2 guys that departed us and, really work together as kind of a unit. And, we're definitely excited to see what they can do this year.
Now, with all those new faces coming in and the returning core that you have, I know it's early, but when you look at this hockey club on paper ahead of the season, where do you think the strength of this Yorkton Terriers team is?
Last year, I thought that we were really good. Our defense really held us in where we pretty much just had to score, 2 to 3 goals and we could rely on shutting other teams down, where I think this team looks a little different on paper. Obviously, I want to still keep playing those systems and and play that way. But I think our forward group's really going to carry us this year, where our focus this offseason was to bring in a lot more skill and a lot more speed. And I think the recruits that we did bring in, kind of nail everything that we were trying to do. So I think our forward group's going to be probably pretty underrated and unknown to other coaches, but I think that they're going to be a very good core.
And when you look at this team now going into this year and after everything that kind of transpired last year, what are your kind of expectations going into the 2022-2023 season for the Terriers?
We want to compete for our division title, the Viterra division title. I think this league's wide open this year. I think everyone kind of knew Estevan was loaded up last year, and Humboldt and Flin Flon, they all made some big moves throughout the year and really loaded up, where I think, right now the league's wide open, so all 12 teams have a chance. And, you look around the league and you really don't know who's going to, really take off from the pack, because everyone's made, pretty significant signings. And I think that's a great thing about the SJHL, is that, every single year a new team can win. The parity is just great in this league. And I think players are starting to realize, it's a place that if you want to go and have a chance to win championship, you want to choose SJHL.
And that's what makes the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League so exciting. You just touched on it, is the parity in the league. It seems like every year different teams are contending and potentially winning a championship. And finally, Matt, before I let you go, we have to touch on how big of a year not only on the ice it is for the Yorkton Terriers, but also off the ice, because the organization is celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Terriers in Yorkton. How exciting is it to be a part of this monumental year for the Terriers? And do you guys have anything special planned for this season?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. We want to do the best we can to honor, all 50 teams that have played in this community. And, thinking back and thinking how the community supported the team for 50 years is pretty amazing as well. I know we have retro jerseys coming in that we're going to kind of wear periodically. That somewhat, it's not the exact original symbol, but it's kind of a throwback to it with a kind of a new spin on it. So we're excited to get those in. And throughout the year, we're just going to have different events that, we're hopefully to get the alumni more involved. I know we have a big alumni golf tournament coming up here at the end of September that lots of former players kind of from the past 50 years are going to be at. So we'll have kind of more stuff pop up throughout the season as well. But we on the ice and in the community, we want to do the best we can to, show that we support the community and the community supports us. And I think it's been that way for 50 years, and it's been a special 50 years. So this season should be, very exciting for the fans and the team.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a special year, both on and off the ice for the Yorkton Terriers. Matt, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck this SJHL season.
Perfect. Thank you for having me.
That is the head coach and general manager of the Yorkton Terriers, Mat Hehr, and the Terriers will open up the 2022-2023 Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League season on Friday, September 16th, when they visit the Estevan Bruins, and then they will play their home opener the very next night in the second half of a home-and-home.